Hi there, I'm Tom, and welcome to a Newb Improves, quite possibly the most optimistically named series on YouTube. Today we are back playing Dota 2, and we are continuing the A to Z challenge with Jakiero.
Prepare for battle.
I kind of like playing Jakiero. He's a really fun support to play, and he's got some powerful abilities, which we may as well look at straight away. Looks like this was a completely a random pub game by the players. In fact, let's take a look. Yeah.
30 seconds to battle.
Come on, what's your name? Yeah, I don't recognise any of those, so it was just a completely random pub match, and I guess I had Talvin coaching. That's what I usually do when I play a complete pub match with everyone else being randomers. Well, I say randomers, I just mean people that I don't know and won't see again, which makes them random enough, don't you think? Okay, so he has a massive hitbox, I think. Or maybe not. I'm not sure whether the wings count as a hitbox. Looks like they don't, so... Okay, he's got a slightly small hitbox. The Spectre decided he really wanted the bottom moon. I'm not sure if he got it or not, but it looks like he came off worse than the Faceless Void. But it does mean that I can start harassing the Faceless Void pretty much straight away. And the way I'm going to be doing that is the third skill, which is Liquid Fire. It has no mana cost, and basically a very short cooldown. It's got a 20-second cooldown at the moment. It will have a 4-second cooldown when it's maxed out completely, and it does up to 50 attack slow and up to 24 burn damage. Lasts for 5 seconds, so I'm not sure if that's 24 a second or 24 total over the course of 5 seconds. Or it may just be that that's applied straight away and it's the slow. That happens over 5 seconds. But either way, it's quite powerful for harassing in lane, and what I should be doing here is basically using it every chance I get. Right now, the Spectre had to go back to the fountain to heal up, so I got a tiny bit of free farm there, not as much as I should have done. But I have got enough to buy my wand, which should help a little bit in lane. There is a Ricky here, so we've got to be really careful. I'm just going to Liquid Fire him so he stays away for a bit longer. It's a shame I used it on the Wiki, because it would have been really good to use it on the Faceless Void as well. But it's almost off cooldown now. The second skill I'll talk about, since I leveled that up second, is Ice Path. It's basically it's a stun and damage. Up to 2.2 seconds, and it does 50 damage. Basically it just holds them in place, and you will probably see that shortly because the Faceless Void is really very squishy at the moment. And I thought I had enough gold for the... Maybe I got Sentry Wards instead of the recipe, which would make sense because we need to see the Ricky in order to kill him before he gets farmed. So, the fast skill is Jewel Breath. It has an ice component which slows movement and attack, and it has a fire component which does some barn damage again. So you get up to 76 damage and slow them up to 40% with a 40 attack slow, which is really very good if you can land it. Yes, I did get some sentry wards, and we should be backing slightly off. The lane is really pushed at the moment, and I should be kind of keeping it a bit less pushed, but it's kind of, because I'm playing at a lower level, I'm not paying too much attention to any of that. I should be ice pathing. I should ice path the void, because otherwise the Ricky's just going to go invisible and it's not going to do anything for us. I could be doing, yeah, there we go, just harass the Ricky a bit. I'm not playing very efficiently. I could have ice passed either the Ricky or the void a few times by now, and I haven't been in the right position. And I've got no idea what I'm doing here. But I got flying courier there, or at least I'm queuing it up to get as soon as possible, because I'm a good support. And then I'll just go back to trying to deny things. I'm going to leave the courier here. Unfortunately I was a bit too late, because I went to meet the courier. I was a bit too late to join the fight, so we lost a kill there. I should be really paying a lot more attention to my positioning and how it's going to affect the lane. I think the Ricky's probably going to come forward. The Ricky of course doesn't know that we can see him. I missed the Ricky there. And there's no point really going after him. But Ice Path has a very low cooldown as well. It's 12 seconds down to 9 seconds when it's fully leveled. And there we go, I finally got the Ice Path right. Of course it doesn't do very much, but it meant that I got another liquid fire thing. I tried to just harass the Ricky there. I've got no idea whether I actually managed it or not. No, it doesn't look like it. But that one will. Because the lane's so pushed, we can't really set up any kills because they're under tower the whole time, and that's going to be dangerous for us to tank. So what I should be doing here is pulling the creep wave a couple of times, getting the equilibrium back where we want it to, maybe a bit closer to our tower. And I am trying to deny as many creeps as possible. And I could be blocking creeps as well. I could walk up to them and block them. But yes, that lost us a lot of opportunities in the early game. I did not talk about the ultimate. It's macro pyre. Basically, it has a long line of flames, and anyone who's caught in it gets damaged for every second they're in. It's got a 60-second cooldown, and it's got a 7-second duration unless you get the scepter, in which case it's doubled. And it does, looks like it does 180, that can't be 180 damage a second, surely.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I have no idea. I'll have to really look that up, because 100 damage a second is really quite big. If you can get loads of people stunned in it. But who knows, who knows. These are kind of things which I haven't really played Jakiro that many times, so I don't really know fully how he works. Our lane's going to be pushed again. I'm pretty much just looking for excuses to use my my liquid fire on the Faceless Void. got boots lined up for my next item. I'm going to just punch the tower here. I've got my wand, although the Void hasn't been casting very many abilities in lane, so it doesn't have any charges right now. And he's just being really quite careful. He's just going in for a single hit and then backing up, and I'm not quite quick enough to actually get into the liquid fire. But I am keeping him at a bit of distance. Hopefully he's not leveling that quickly. In fact, let's very quickly go and check. Okay, he's gone back. He is just about level 6. And they've got no courier. We have a PA here. That's going to make my life an awful lot more difficult. And I'm being really cautious here. I think I hit the liquid fire on the tower. It does. It does affect the tower as well, so I can pretty much do that. And I use the ice wall. Is it actually called ice wall? Ice path. I used that on the PA to try and save our Spectre, but then we got a chrono from the Void, which is a bit unfortunate, but I did manage to save myself. I've popped a Clarity now, and I'm just going to hang back a bit, wait for my Clarity to heal my mana up a bit, and I'm just going to harass them. I could have ice passed there. That would probably let me get a second liquid fire on. And I'm going to build the boots straight into... Ooh, I got the ice path in exactly the wrong direction there. That doesn't matter so much. I probably cancelled out my Clarity, either that or I just used a lot of mana since then. Yeah. Looks like they're backing off slightly. The Spectre is back, and now all my abilities are cooldown. The PA is really low. There we go. If I can get a single, yep, that will hopefully kill her. Yeah, Spectre just got PA, and now I'm not going to chase that down. There's an Invoker there. I don't have any mana for anything, so we did manage to get the kill, or I managed to get the kill, and I'm just going to liquid fire him just for the sake of it. And now I can afford to get my tranquil boots. I'm going to place another ward down here, very, very slowly, and ooh, I just missed that. If I'd been slightly quicker about the ward, I would have got that, and we would have got another kill. And my mana is just seriously low right now. But we do have the Spectre back in lane, so hopefully all I need is an ice path and maybe a couple of liquid fires, and we can win another fight. What am I getting now? I'm gonna go straight into building a Yules. Jakiero is going to be a very good hero to practice activating items and abilities with, because he's got he has 4 abilities which need activating, and he has a lot of the items he gets as well is... I missed my path again. A lot of the items he gets are also activatable. And I put down the Pyre, the Macro Pyre. Nothing else I can do there. I should have probably used a liquid fire on the PA instead of the ice path. But my ring of protection bound with the Sage's Mask, so I have to sort that out. And I can use my wand for the Blast of Mana if I need it. Looks like Void wants to go on me. Well, go on then. I'm just going to keep liquid firing you every few seconds. And I can ice path if... No, I'm not going to catch that. But I did manage to harass him back, and he got like 1 hit on me. So, now we're just back to laning. The free-pick equilibrium is a bit better, but it looks like the Spectre's just going to auto-attack and push the tower, so I'm going to help out with that as much as possible. And we have a void in our forest, or our jungle I should say. Looks like he's actually laning in our jungle. Yeah, I managed to get the last hit on that tower, which is a bastard of gold for me. And I caught a glimpse of the PA there, so I'm just going to go back straight off and help out the Spectre who wandered off trying to get a kill on... who was it? It was the Void, wasn't it? Yeah. I haven't seen Ricky for a while. He's in top lane. He basically went missing really early on in the lane when he noticed how much damage he was doing.
From the source of self-knowledge, the will of creation.
Looks like we've got a buyback from the Invoker, which... Come on guys, save your gold. You don't need to buy back this early on in the game. It's only when you could feasibly save a team fight. Just missed that there. It's not worth going too far up to get. But we can push this quite far, and if the PA is if the PA appears again, we can try and catch her again. I had really bad positioning on the courier this time. It actually got killed by the Invoker, which is really bad, and it almost got hit by the tower as well. And there is a Invoker there, as you can see. He's invisible, so we don't quite know where he is. We can kind of make a guess based on where the slow is coming, because his invis slows enemies around it. Yeah, we couldn't chase down the Void unfortunately, but looks like there's a fight going on mid, so we can join in that. And I'm not going to go too far against that. So the Invoker's there, the Void is definitely there, we need to go and help. I missed the ice path again, but they had the kill secured anyway. I think the Invoker's kind of trolling us, he's not really interested in getting a kill or anything. No, I keep missing the ice path, I've got to get a lot better on that. But at least it limited where he could run to. Invoker is wasting a lot of his time here. He could be going farming, he could be pushing out another lane, he could be doing a lot of stuff, and all he gets is a Sunstrike on the sniper and did barely any damage. I'm going to try and head down this way. Unfortunately, the Ricky got our sniper, and there's the Ricky, so I should have ice pathed a lot sooner. Is he actually invisible right now? Probably is. Doesn't look like it on my screen. I tried to get the Invoker, but he's slightly too fast, and there's a Void, so I'm not going to go in alone. We're actually wasting a lot of time here now. We should be pushing towers, especially the bottom tower. And I should not be in this position. It's a really bad position. Looks like we have an invisible Wraith King going to push the bottom lane, so I am probably going to join him. The carrier is almost respawned, so I can get my Void Stone off it. And if I get into the right position here, I can Ice Path and possibly catch the PA. No, I did Ice Path in the right place, but the PA was dead by the time I managed it. Okay, we're ruling bottom lane, or pretty much ruling bottom lane now, so we can just push this out a bit. The sniper's in top tower just doing sniper stuff. I'm gonna grab some dust and get that sent down to me. I want to TP here, but well, I should really sell my. Oh no, did I actually buy the dust? I don't think I did. Another missed Ice Path. I hope I bought the dust. That's going to be really useful for us.
Dire's structures are fortified.
This will at least be my Void Stone. There we go. No, I didn't buy dust. What I need to do is finish off the rules and buy dust as soon as possible. I do have one sentry that I can use if I can place it down quickly enough and get a stun on the wiki. I also need a TP, which I haven't had all game. We have 0 creep wave at the moment, and we have lots of heroes. Unfortunately, I got caught in the very edge of that, and I need to Ice Path right now. There we go. Ice Path and MacLeod managed to get a few kills. I just about managed to hit the Ricky before they went invis, and we managed to scare off the Juggernaut. So we got a couple of kills. The Spectre died by the looks of it, but that's okay because we've got the Void kill, and we just really don't want the Void getting too big this game. I can Ice Path the creeps, and I can do lots of other stuff with the creeps to kill them quickly. But yeah, I'm also just going to liquid fire the tower every 4 seconds. And looks like Invoker is standing somewhere nearby trying to get a lucky kill. I didn't see the PA jump in until slightly too late, so I Ice Pathed the wrong hero, and now I'm dead. That is my fast death, so I'm doing okay this game. Wraith King, though, is probably dead, very dead. Oh, yes, they managed to get a kill on the PA. The sniper came in and got a kill on the Faceless Void. And now the Magnus and the sniper are just going to clear up. That is 4 heroes dead for 3. Which is pretty good. We didn't quite get the wiki, but we did manage to harass them a lot. And dust, I've got my Yules now. Dust will be my next item. And hopefully a TP. There we go. I've got no idea what I'm doing for my items right now. There's the dust. I figured that dust was more important than TP at the moment. And I'm going to head down to middle lane to help Pat push out. And well, it's like I decided to go top. That's a better idea. Let's just check the items while I'm walking. There is a Vanguard on the Spectre and a Morbid Mask. There's a BKB and an Armlet on the Wraith King, which is pretty good. Gives them lots of damage and lets them stay alive a bit longer. go back to that actually. They are probably dead. And their ultimate is they are very dead and their ultimate's on cooldown. That's a big shame, but because they spent 4 heroes, pretty sure they spent 4 heroes to do that, me and the sniper are going to have an easy time pushing the top lane. There is Mask of Madness and Tranquils and a Blink on the Magnus. And looks like we've got a Yasha, his boots, and building a Ghost Scepter on the sniper. I'm just trying to do as much damage as possible here. Managed to hold the Juggernaut in place a bit longer, so I may be able to get out. No. I could have used myself there, but I wasn't quite quick enough. It's kind of a something I need to get into the habit of, just really quickly hitting that button. That button twice really. Let's just check the items. Ricky also has a Yasha, and looks like I have no idea what they're building. There's a lot of items which I feel like I should know what they are, but not quite. There is a Massive Madness in the Void that'll help us kill him quicker. Use on the Invoker. Helm of the Dominator on the PA. And looks like he's building a Axe. So I think a lot of their heroes didn't get very much farm. So there's a lot of heroes there. I missed Les path again, but I got the Liquid Fire on. He's going to die anyway. He was just in use quickly enough, but Sniper managed to get him anyway. Wasted an Assassinate, but that's got like a ridiculously low cooldown. Yeah, it's almost off cooldown already. So, I don't quite know what we're going to do here. We've got all of their tier 1 towers and all of our tier 1s are up. Looks like we are going to try and do Roshan. I don't know what the Magnus is doing there. He's the one who needs to be tanking this. Okay, looks like he's happy to tank it now that everyone else is here. And I'm just going to Liquid Fire him every 4 seconds because that's just going to do a huge amount of damage. And it looks like they're going to try and contest it, but I completely wasted that. There was no reason to use it because Juggernaut is invulnerable while he's doing that. But it's off cooldown now, and all we've got to do really is just keep them at bay. I got a bit of damage on the PA, I'm probably dead here. I used myself, and I ice pathed in the wrong direction. But now I need to turn around, and if I... Oh no, I guess I already died and started looking at another one. But I didn't do too badly that fight, considering how disorganised the rest of us were. That is probably a very dead Wraith King. He's got his BKB on though. Oh, shame, the Ricky and the Invoker both went in Viz. We may be able to get the Void though. Okay, so was that... I think that was probably the Aegis being used up. Pretty sure we got the Aegis in the end. And we will probably be able to get the Invoker. I'm just standing around in base, I don't think I've realised I've respawned yet. Okay, looks like they're backing up. Oh, no, I was
Dire's middle
teleporting.
tower is under attack. Dire's
Okay.
middle tower has
Our
fallen.
troops got the middle tower, and I'm still standing around. I don't know why I was standing around there, but either way, I don't think that fight went
Radiant's
terribly
bottom tower
badly
is under
for us,
attack.
since we got the Roshan and we got one of their
Dire's
towers.
middle tower is under attack.
In fact, we got the bottom tower as well. I'm not quite sure when that happened. I need to start paying more attention to the map. And I see the invoker there, and it's like, nope, do not want. So I walk off again. I was kind of in the wrong place anyway. Looks like they need help bottom, so I'm going to go there. My TP is on cooldown, so I can't TP. And even if I do, it's quicker to go this way
Dire's
now.
middle tower is under attack.
And maybe I can get the invoker if I'm quick enough. Yeah, I get the invoker, but I barely had time to register that the Juggernaut was ulting me before I died. I'm really squishy right now,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
and unfortunately that means I've got no dust for the Ricky, because I'm dead. That was slightly late, and Ricky is just going to go invis now, and he was so close to being dead.
Look away.
I think, I'm not sure how, but I actually saw a slight glimmer, slight shadow of the Ricky. Magnus needs to join this fight. He is a ranged hero, but he's got a couple of abilities which can affect that range. And I'm just going to try and ice pack him. I miss again, but get the kill anyway. And there's a PA there. Unfortunately I don't have an ice pack for the PA, but I do have a macro fire. Juggernaut uses ult around a lot of healers there, so I can ice pack PA. Okay, I just decided to liquid fire then. Yeah, Juggernaut kind of wasted his ultimate there because there's a lot of troops nearby that tanked a lot of the damage.
Radiant's middle tower
So I've got a fair bit of gold now. I should probably think about my next item. I'm going to say TPs, wards, or dust are a good way to spend that gold. Looks like no, not quite yet though. One thing I'm really badly is managing the shop while doing something else. I'm gonna get an orchid for the who is it? The Juggernaut. This will be great because I can stun him, which will stop his spin to win attack, and it will stop his ultimate for a short period, and hopefully we can kill him in that time. Looks like we still have all of our towers up, so we're in a really strong position here. We should probably just start up pushing out top tower. I'm going to nip the haste rune so I can get up there a bit quicker. There's sniper there, and we've got a really tiny creep wave. Hopefully, well, they're just going to be dead by the time the next one gets here, but we can use them as shields to kill the existing creep wave at least. And it looks like there's a... ooh, I did not notice the Juggernaut, and I managed to rule myself in time, but I'm still dead. If I can get anything down, liquid fire. Looks like I was silenced, but yeah, just very, very dead. I'm still doing fairly okay. I've got 9 assists, which is pretty good. 9 assists and 5 deaths. Yes, the Spectre just managed to get the Invoker. And looks like Wolf King will get the A, and hopefully Juggernaut as well. Juggernaut has used his ultimate, so hopefully that's still on cooldown. Unfortunately, Faceless Void can do 0 damage. yeah, I basically said good job to the Wraith King because he managed to clean up most of that on his own and stay alive. And if the Magnus and the Wraith King both go top, they can easily take that tower. I'm going to be alive soon, so I'm just going to TP to one of the towers and join them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, there we go.
Dire's structures are
That
fortified.
fortify is going to do precisely 0. And I'm trying to pick the best tower to go to. I am for some reason just walking. I don't know why I decided to walk instead of TP. Maybe I just decided that there was nothing really happening. But the Magnus got caught out by the Ricky and died for it. Wraith King may get caught out by one as well because there's a void in there. Although the void should still have cooldown. Another missed ice path, and I'm dead. Sometimes you just see 4 heroes and you think, yeah, that's death. I tried to use myself, but I couldn't quite manage it. I tried to ice path as well, I didn't quite manage that either. That was kind of a wasted death, I think. Now the Spectre really needs to be careful. He can't finish that camp quickly enough. But if he joins up the Wraith King, then they can certainly get a kill on this void. Or maybe the Invoker. Looks like they're not really focusing on a single target. They weren't really coordinated. But I am going to jump down as soon as I get, as soon as I respawn. Looks like this is not gonna go well. Okay, Sniper with his overpowered assassinate just managed to get the kill, and looks like one of them got away. Invoker got away. Of course he did. So we're just going to push this lane now. The PA and the Juggernaut is dead. I don't think the... Well, let's check their levels and items. Ricky is level 18 and has a Sanjin Yasha.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Void is...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Let's go back here so that I can actually watch the fight. Ooh, the Ricky there was saved by the Faceless Void, who decided to attack me instead of the Wraith King, probably because he knows he can't really damage the Wraith King. Unfortunately though, I did die for that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sanja and Yasha there, and barely anything. He's got a Basher, which is bad for us, but... Full staff. Again, barely anything. Don't know what they're doing. They managed to get those Ags though. Juggernaut. I'll check other items soon. Yeah, he just managed to get herself killed there. It was a close one though. And yeah, yes, we're just gonna push. They can't really do much to us at the moment, especially because they're not really attacking us as 5, they're just attacking us individually, and that means they're just dying individually. So right now I'm going to try and get an ice path on the Invoker, I guess. There we go, I'll get the ice path, but Wraith King kept on going, and so I'm just going to die. So there was 4 heroes there, but we could have at least killed the Invoker if the King had been there. Did our bottom tower fall eventually? The creeps have pushed 2 towers. We've been pushing the middle lane far too hard, and we've lost a couple of towers because of it. And we need to go top and defend that. Looks like Spectre's going to do that. So yeah, I'm doing a lot worse now. 8 deaths instead of about 4 or 5, and only a couple of more assists since then. So I need to start playing a lot better. And I'm just pinging that tower to say, yeah, we need to get there as soon as possible. And Magnus is going there. I don't know. Looks like we are getting a few people coming down here, and I'm alive now, so I still haven't got my orchid. I think that's the main thing. I took so long to get the orchid that yes, I managed to use the dust. I think that was kind of lucky, but between us, we managed to get the kill.
They just fade away.
And now we're going to go to middle and try and defend that. And my ice path is off cooldown, so there we go. There's the Juggernaut. There's the ice path, and there's a kill. I don't think Faceless Void is going to gain anything from this. I think my ice path just about missed him, but the Wraithkin stun did its job. And if I can ice path here, there we go. And I stole that kill. I really wanted to make sure she died. And now, yep, I managed to get another ice path. I'm doing a lot better with the ice paths now. And the Wraithkin stuns right as my one runs out, which meant we got the maximum stun out of it. And that's 4 of them dead. Our creeps are just pushing up. They're pushing up because I think we've got the tower and one of the barracks in their middle lane, so our creeps are just having free farm there. And I have very almost got the orchid. It's about 400 gold I need. And there's a gem there. I guess I didn't see the gem. If I go the right way now, okay, I'm just going to farm the jungle for a little bit to get my orchid. There's not really anything else I can be doing right now. The lanes are all kind of pushed. Nope, I'm still not going to see the gem. I think maybe... Who died up there? The Ricky, I think, died there. Or it may have been someone else. And just grab the bounty room. And Roshan is up. I was a bit slow here. Really very slow, and now I just need to back off. Looks like this sniper's got my back there. He saw the Ricky somehow, and managed to get the ice path on him. And now I have my orchid. That's much better. I need to buy some more dust as well. But that can wait until I have the gold. Okay, Ricky is the only one who's dead at the moment, so we need to be really careful about a gank here. Juggernaut is at the top lane, which is good, but they still have the PA and the Invoker, who are both pretty powerful right now. And who's going to take the Aegis? I guess Sniper? Magnus took it in the end. Okay, I have the dust, so as soon as the courier gets there I can send it back. Really inefficient use for the courier, but dust and orchid are both things which will do us good in the long run. There's a Faceless Void around here, so we want to be a bit careful. I can also silence the Void, although I think the Juggernaut is a better target than the Void right now, because the Void can get one kill in his chrono at the moment. He's kind of underfarmed. Let's just, doesn't seem to be anything happening, so items again. That's a much more fake Ricky. There is a fight going on with
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
there's the Void coming up behind us. into ice pathing. I got caught in the I used him, and I managed to get several people in the ice path there, so yeah, I'm just going to keep using abilities. I used the dust on the Ricky there, ice path to get him, and I could ultimate there, but I don't really need to. And there we go, there's that, and yep, I got the kill on him, so we just need to the void now, and there we go. Got the void. There is still a PA around, and I dropped a TP to get the gem. I guess they bought 2 gems this game, and I only saw one of them. So now there's a PA, but PA can't really do much against the whole lot of us, so I'm trying to deny this TP squad because I don't like items on the ground. There we go. And now I'm just going to back off. I don't know why I'm backing off. We could push it so much more. I'm kind of low life, and I want to get the gem back to the fountain because I'm most likely to die. I could put the gem on the carrier there if I was being really efficient. But instead I think I'm just going to walk there. I pinged that, the Magnus did not want it apparently, so I'm just going to grab it myself. I'm doing a much better job at killed to death. I've got 5 kills and 16 assists, which is pretty good for a sport, especially since it's like the 2nd or 3rd time I've played Jakiero. I don't think I've used the Orchid. That's something I need to be a bit more vigilant about. And ooh, I need to be heading back to that fight, I really do. Looks like he's dead anyway. Okay, now I'm heading back. If I'd started back a lot earlier, then he would have probably survived that. And now there's absolutely zero that I can do. So I've got to kind of duke around and hope they don't follow me. Looks like I will be building Admin Scepter next. And I got the point booster. I think it's the point booster. I'm going to drop the gem in the fountain and have the carrier give me the point booster. And then I'll probably buy a TP scroll. So, yeah, there's a lot of mistakes that I'm making. I put the gem on the carrier. There's no real reason for me to do that right now, because the only real use we could have for it is to de-ward, and I don't think they've actually got any wards. I go into the wrong position there. That's the other thing. I have messed up pathing quite a bit this game, but it's not me so much as the game. They recently did a pathing update, and it's just ridiculous. I actually managed to get him. Oops, I need to use myself. Not quite quick enough. Hopefully Ricky will die for it though. There we go, that's 1 down, and that's 2 down, and PA is going to die as well by the looks of it. There we go. Our team is getting really, really strong right now. I didn't actually finish taking their items, so... And the Magnus died. And looks like the Void will get away because the... Oh, haha! Well done, Spectre. Go on. There we go. We got the kill. Okay, items. Spectre has a Diffusal Blade. Void has a Basher and Monkey King Bar and the Battle Fury. Invoker has his axe now. PA looks like PA is building a Battle Fury as well. I think that's what that builds into. But they're still a little ways away. And there is a Monkey King Bar on the Juggernaut as well. And the Wiki, not much more fed than the last time, but Blade Mail and Sanding Yasha. Looks like we have a dead Wraith King. Yeah, there we go. He did have his ultimate though. It's not going to get away from this though. Magnus was going in to help but didn't quite get there quickly enough. Let's check our items. Diffusal Blade on the Spectre. Yeah, I noticed that before. Of course, my items. We have a full-on Molnir on the Wraith King, as well as Mask of Madness, Desolator, Armlet, and BKB. And I can't remember what item that is. Magnus has Chrysalis, Blink Dagger, so not much more than he had before. And we've got a Maelstrom, Chrysalis, Shadow Blade, kind of the usual stuff you'd expect to find on a sniper weapon. And that's a very, very dead hero. At the moment, we're making bad decisions. We're doing what they were doing earlier on in the game. We're going in one by one and we're dying one by one, which is giving them a lot of kills. They've now got more kills than we do. And if we're not careful, it's going to be a much closer match than it was before. I mean, a couple of our lanes are pushed, and we've got Vax and we've got one of their tier 4, but it's not going to take much for our towers to start falling, especially since they've got a PA and a Void, both of which are really, really dangerous when they're farmed. And they've got a Ricky, which is just really, really annoying when he gets farmed. So, yeah. I think actually during this game I started to tell people we need to group up as 5 and they just ignored me, which is kind of what I expected, but it would be nice to win a game because we all played well together, rather than just out of incompetence on the other team, or not incompetence but mistakes on the other team. I'm just building my axe very slowly. I could at the moment just go into the jungle and farm, which is probably what I planned to do. I could have escaped there if it had just been one of them. Spectre is able to get away if he actually wants to. Sniper almost got that kill. Not quite enough. And my camera's in the wrong position. Okay, now it's better. Got the Invoker anyway. Void is probably dead. He always goes for the Sniper, which is... It does get a kill, and Sniper is really powerful, but I think if he managed to tank up enough to kill the Wraith King, or get enough attack damage to kill the Wraith King, but the PA was there. Oh well, we could have got that kill. That's a big shame. Yeah, he decides to check it properly now that the PA's gone. Okay, so that was a really bad fight for us, and
Radiant's bottom tower is under
there's
attack.
only 2 of us alive. I'm about to come alive, and Spectre won't be far behind us. We need to start defending our towers though. We have 2 towers which are under attack. Looks like we have the
This
Wraith
should make
King
my life easier.
defending one and the Magnus defending the other. So I'm not really sure what we need to do here. I think we need to push out the lanes about down to the river, and then we need to all group up in the middle, have one good team fight and win the game. With Magnus there wants to farm, even though there's a fight happening in the middle, and I'm pathing the wrong way. This one is actually my fault, because I kind of get confused about the jungle sometimes. And I'm just going to farm quickly here.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
And their Invoker has an Aegis. I kind of want to go with them. I kind of want my team to go with me to try and get a kill on the Invoker, just so that he kind of wasted his time. But it looks like everyone now is just going to push straight up the middle, except the Magnus, who is still farming. Yeah, this should not take long. We just need 1 tower and then we need to get the Ancient. And I use the... Ooh, that was a very good timing. I use the Void and the Sniper gets his Assassinate off just as he lands. And I don't have a use at the moment, so... it did not actually hit me there. I guess I was out of the way a bit. But, I'm silenced there, but now I can get a nice path off, I hope. No. I should have done the ice path fast. I got the Vicky in it though. And that's the keys. I'm gonna die now. And hopefully, there we go. And being both as well, there we go. So I died for that, but we managed to win in the end, so yeah, pretty good. They still have more kills than us, but we managed to get a good team fight in the end, which is exactly what I said we needed to do. Group up, go down middle with 1 team fight and get the Ancient. So, that's the end of the game. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, don't feed the trolls.